Protein bars are hard, dense, dry. They kind of taste like shit. Instead of eating protein bars, you need to make my homemade protein bars. My protein bars cost under $1 to make, so they are cheaper than any protein bar you can buy, and they taste way better. These are my Almond Joy protein bars, and to be honest, these taste way better than the candy bar. It's not even close. Making delicious, macro-friendly food that I crave helped me lose over 100 pounds and build all the muscle I have today. So I made a fat loss cookbook with over 150 recipes to help you reach your fitness goals too. Once you start watching my videos, you become very intelligent, but there's some new people out there. If you're new, are you buying oat flour? Are you buying a bag of oat flour from the grocery store? If you are, come here, you're gonna learn today. Grab a blender, make sure it's dry, otherwise blow dry it and add in 60 grams of oatmeal to it. I'm using regular ass oatmeal, which costs 13 cents. Lid on, blend this up. If you look closely, you see oat grains sticking underneath the blade. Just tap, 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 add it back, and blend. Grab a large bowl, pour all your oatmeal in it. Look how fine the oat grains are. It is perfect. Almond Joys have almond in them. Yeah. Almond flour is too high calorie. We're using peanut flour instead. Peanut, almond, it's a different nut, but it's still a nut. Way lower calorie, only 50, 60 calories per 2 tablespoons. They changed the nutrition facts. I promise you, for the last 5 years, it's been 50 calories per 2 tablespoons. They added 1 gram and they made it 60. I really hope I have enough. We need 75 grams of peanut butter powder, which costs 96 cents. How the heck am I supposed to get to 75? I only got to 30 grams. Good thing I have backup. A little bit. I just have a little bit. Put all this in there. How many are we at now? We're at 50 grams. That's not enough. All right, we're just gonna use like this much coconut flour and we're gonna call it a day. And I just realized this has been expired for over 2 years. If this is the last video you ever see of me, you know why. For the protein powder, you could use vanilla protein powder. That would be completely fine, but I'm gonna use coconut cream protein powder because it's gonna give us that Almond Joy coconut flavor. And it is so delicious. 20% off, code Rahul. If you don't like it, you will get all your money back and you get to keep the protein. I'm using 50 grams of whey protein powder, which is $2.60. If you don't have coconut cream flavored protein powder, just use vanilla flavor, and I'll show you how to get the coconut flavor later on. And add in a big pinch of salt. This is free, okay? I'm not counting the price of salt. Mix all your dry ingredients around really well to avoid clumping. Then grab a separate bowl, add in 120 grams of Greek yogurt, which costs 50 cents. This is gonna add lots of protein. We're also gonna add in 45 grams of almond milk or water or any liquid of your choice. And then for some almond flavor, we're gonna add in a little bit of almond extract. This is the trick for extracts. Poke a hole, don't rip this thing off, and then you could just spray a little bit in, and you never have to worry about pouring too much out the top. God damn it. Ugh. Yeah, there's no trick for accidentally dropping the cap in the bowl. Mixes up really, really well. We do this in a separate bowl to get all of the extracts mixed in properly, then pour the wet bowl into the dry bowl, grab a spatula, and get all of the wet bowl in there, nothing gets left behind, and then we mix. Keep mixing, and eventually you will get a thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker consistency. You're eventually gonna get a dough. And just add this whole thing to the fridge. Let it cool for some time. The oatmeal will absorb the liquid. It's gonna get thicker. In the meantime, we can prepare our toppings. We'll take some almonds, but they're very, very high calorie. This is completely optional. You really don't need it, but if you want to top it off with a little bit of almonds, I only am gonna use 5. I'm gonna take one and chop it into slivers very thinly like this. Here's a better view of what I'm doing. I'm taking an almond and I'm cutting it very thinly on a diagonal like this. Oh shit, half an almond on the ground. Pan on medium heat, add in your almonds and toast until fragrant, 2 to 3 minutes. I did something wrong, I just realized. This is what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to toast them after you slice them. Add your almonds whole, straight in the pan. What the heck is wrong with this one? Why is it got a, what the? It's concave. One more just in case I drop it. Flip them up. You just toss the pan around. I don't know why I'm doing this. You're supposed to toast them raw. Toast the whole almonds, 2 to 3 minutes in the pan. Now you take the warm almonds, you put them on your cutting board, and then, it's too hot to touch still. I can touch it now. We're just gonna slice this very thinly. It's way easier to slice when it's warm, and also, it's gonna toast a lot more evenly, see? I'm not getting any shards. That's because the almond is soft. All the oil inside the almond has softened it up because it's warm. So I can slice them perfectly. And you get a bunch of these beautiful slivers like this. Perfect shape on each one because we warmed up the almonds before we chopped them. We're also going to use a tiny bit of unsweetened coconut flakes as a topping. And I have some dark chocolate here that we're going to microwave. Then we need to add coconut oil to improve the mouthfeel of the chocolate and get this luxurious, new word, consistency. It's super high calorie though. Every time my roommate takes this to his room, there's a hole in it. Add in 1 teaspoon of coconut oil, which costs 5 cents, to our 30 grams of dark chocolate, which costs 26 cents. Mix this up. The coconut oil melts immediately and turns velvety smooth into this chocolate. After 10 minutes of sitting in the fridge, you could see it is way thicker. That's what you want. If you don't have this consistency where it doesn't fall off a spatula, it didn't fall off. Just you never saw anything. These meal prep containers are the perfect size for making protein bars. Wrap it in plastic wrap for easier removal and then clamp it down with clamps. Then add your mixture right in there. Spray a little bit of oil on your fingertips. Just one spray. See, nothing sticks. Just pat it down. Oh shit, no! As I'm flattening this out in the meal prep container, I'm realizing this is turning out different than every other time I've made this recipe in the past. I'm trying to figure out what it is, and I can't figure it out. It's just stickier and a little wetter than usual. I couldn't figure out when I was filming, but I just figured it out. I used 35 grams of oatmeal instead of 60 grams. My notes say 60 grams of oatmeal, but for some reason when I was filming, I used 35 grams. That made the dough more sticky, more like cookie dough, less thick and dense and portable. That's completely okay. It tasted delicious, but that's the difference in the texture that I just figured out, so I need to share it with you guys. Once you have a flat layer, pour over your melted chocolate all over the top, spread it out evenly with the back of a spoon, then take your coconut flakes and sprinkle those on all over the top. Then take your toasted sliced almonds all over the top with that too. Look how beautiful that looks. Let's add this to the freezer. 10 to 15 minutes until the chocolate hardens. While it's freezing, I want to tell you about some recipes I've added into my fat loss cookbook. I added in a deep dish pizza recipe that I truly believe is a dieting cheat code because the macros are too good. It is so filling, incredibly high in protein, and pretty low calorie. I also added in Krispy Kreme glazed donuts, which are very low calorie and yeast risen, just like the authentic recipe, and a protein mango boba, which is just so refreshing and delicious. I'm never drinking a protein shake again. And I even added s'mores cookies, which are ridiculously good. They don't taste like healthy cookies at all. All these recipes help me lose weight and gain muscle, and they truly changed my life, and I hope they change yours too. I'll update the book for free so it keeps getting better over time. The chocolate is hardened. Let's transfer it to a cutting board and slice this into 5 bars. We got a thick, fudgy, nutty coconut base with a decadent chocolate layer on top, topped with crunchy toasted almonds and coconut flakes. These bars are loaded with flavor. They taste like candy bars. I am not lying. Oh yeah. The coconut flakes, the coconut cream protein powder, the coconut oil, lots of coconut flavor. The almonds on top, the almond extract, lots of almond flavor. This is an Almond Joy, but honestly, you need to try this and tell me. But this tastes better than an Almond Joy to me. Like genuinely, it tastes way better than an Almond Joy. It's not even close. Me in high school, 230 pounds nearly. Fat, eating whatever I wanted. You give me an Almond Joy, you give me this bar, I'm gonna pick this bar. I got a fat boy taste buds. I'm telling you, this is something else. Per protein bar, calories and macros, this recipe makes 5, 203 calories, 18 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of fat. When you add up the cost of all the ingredients and divide by 5, it comes out to each protein bar costing, drumroll please, 92 cents. That is insane. It is cheaper than any protein bar you could buy, and it tastes like a candy bar. It's unreal. You'd be lucky to find protein bars that cost only $1, because even if you buy them in bulk, they usually cost around $2 or even $3 per protein bar. For more recipes that taste like they're bad for you, but they're actually so healthy, they will help you get your dream physique. Check out my fat loss cookbook. Everything I use to transform my physique is in there, and I'm gonna update it with new recipes for free. And you know what else tastes too good to be macro friendly? My ultra creamy Alfredo sauce. I made blackened chicken Alfredo pasta that packs in 70 grams of protein and tastes like you got it at a restaurant. The sauce is thick, rich, creamy. If you like indulgent pasta dishes that will help you reach your fitness goals, you're gonna love that recipe. I'll see you in that video.